if anyone has any specific questions they want to ask.
If not, he just sat through his credits for nothing.
Do you guys just travel around with like a pallet of arms and legs and stuff?
That's what they had on the set of Black Friday.
Yeah, for Black Friday, honestly, we ended up bringing like a lot of extra stuff, not knowing what we were gonna do day to day. So we do have how long is it? How big is it? We have a makeup effects trailer.
What we do?
We just load bodies and things in.
Literally, like we said, the last day after we wrapped, the next day we had the snowstorm.
Yeah.
And we were buried 4 feet, and we had to have people come out, shovel us out, just so we could get home.
We couldn't get the trailer out. It was completely like snowed in there and everything. But so traveling along the highway with that, we once had Bruce Greenwood's body in a body bag in a van, and it was like at the top. And every time we'd stop for gas, I'd shove his hand back in the bag because I was afraid somebody was going to see an arm flying out. We carry body bags on the top of the van too, so it's just, you got to do what you got to do. Yeah.
When you were designing the monsters and all the creatures and things, was there specific inspiration for it, or was that totally trying to be?
No, yeah, I went, oh, Bob, I love your work. Do whatever the fuck you want.
No, it wasn't quite that. Casey had ideas. I would send designs to him, and then Casey would go, yeah, make it do this, or colors this, whatever. He would have ideas.
Weren't you the one that started talking about the beak thing first? So that was Casey. So
Yeah, but I mean, when you work with someone like Bob,
and everything,
you have to sort of like lend yourself to understand that he's so good at what he does that it's more like, I trust you, so just, here's an idea I have and just see what you can come up with. Because I've heard horror stories of people in creative relationships where directors try to sort of iron fist every fucking decision.
A micromanage.
Yeah, micromanage.
No, but at the same time, well, he gave me inspiration.
The collaboration.
And then the artists that I work with, I gave that information to, and then it just kind of snowballs. And the best part of the relationship is, with any director that I work with, is that you're able to, he lets you do that, and then you kind of snowball it into what it becomes, and it just becomes a fun. You just have fun with it. Yeah, it's like, so we had such a good time.
Yeah, it was a blast.
It was like, yeah.
We did.
So it was like, yeah, and Angry Granny was like this weird thing that just took off, and it was like, well, yeah, and I'm like, okay, so what if we do this pooch belly old?
Yeah, because the original script, Andy
like,
wrote, everything was
yeah.
like tentacle monsters,
Yeah.
and I was like, Andy, like, first of all, we can't do that. Second of all, if we do CGI, it's gonna look terrible, because it's a low-budget movie. I said, we have Bob, let's allow him, so we actually kind of modified the creatures to be a little bit more for something that Bob could do. Not that he can't do tentacles, he can,
Yeah.
but
Well, we had to
Tentacles
tailor to the budget as well, and all this, but that was just like, oh, if there's this old angry
Yeah.
can we do this old saggy boobed angry granny looking chick? And then we tied it into the girl, and he did it with just the necklace tie-in, so everybody would understand that, and it was just fun doing that, and then doing, of course, all the mutants and whatever. And I think, I don't know, for us, it was really fun doing the pulsating sack weirdness,
Literally, like if you could picture two big
we
Home
literally,
Depot buckets
yeah.
with the vacuums on the top.
Yeah.
So one was sucking and one was
That was the small
pushing
ones.
and one was yeah.
That was
yeah,
the
it
small ones. For the big one,
constant,
for the
yeah.
big 6-foot pod
Right.
that we had two giant, we bought the biggest Home Depot Craftsman vacuums that
Shop vac.
pumped, the shop vacs that pumped and pulled. And so you had one that fed a pump that's inflated and another one that sucked it out. And you would just hit it back and forth so you could inflate and
What?
suck.
oh, that's right. Remember you
Yeah.
were on,
Yeah,
off,
like,
on.
like
Yeah.
So anyway, it was really
It's
fun,
fun.
and like I said, Bill Bryant, who was Stay Puft guy.
Stay Puft Marshmallow guy. Yeah.
Bill was the guy who came up with all this stuff back in the 90s for movies like
Ghostbusters?
no, it wasn't Ghostbusters. It was Sill. What was Sill?
Oh, Species.
Species. He did all this cool stuff where he would like take garbage bags and heat them up and then texture them and make these weird inflatable things that would happen. Anyway, so I've known Bill forever, so I was like, oh my God, we gotta do this like 6-foot version of this. And he's like, okay. Like, okay, so and then he sent it
And
to
then you wanted to take it to the studio and put it up.
No,
in
here's
there
the
as
weird
a
part.
Permanent, like, structure.
Here's the
you
weird
know?
part.
You didn't want to get rid of it.
Bill was so paranoid about coming out because
Oh, yeah, because of COVID.
Oh, it's
because of COVID.
That's right.
His wife didn't want him to come and whatever. And like, Bill built this stuff for me and kept sending videos, and I'm like, look, it has to do this, and you know, and then he wouldn't come, and then he just sent it to me. With all this shit in a box. And he's like, I'm not coming. Here's all this shit in a box. Figure it out. So I'm on the phone with him going,
you were on the
okay,
phone,
so,
yeah.
like, okay, so what's all this shit? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you know, so anyway, so we put it together, remember, in the back room and the
Exactly,
thing?
in the-
And
in the
we
storeroom.
tied it up, and we're like putting it together and hooking it up. And then we got it to work.
Yeah.
And I'm on the phone with him all the time. How the fuck does this work?
No.
You know, like, what's all these extra parts? Remember, like there was tons of extra parts that he built,
Just
and
in
we didn't even
case.
need them.
Yeah, just in
We're like,
case.
and so we figured it out. We made it, and it looked cool as shit. Like, and then the lighting department put
LEDs.
LEDs into it, so it like lit up and was cool as shit. And all we did was, you know, pump air in and pump air out and suck it out and put it in. It was like, it was just fun. So anyway, so.
We got another show starting in about 5 minutes.
All right.
I think we gotta wrap this up.
Thank
Thank you guys.